Stone recently talked about his opinion on the whole Spider-Man is no longer part of the whole MCU thing. I thought would be a good moment for me to sit here and talk about my opinion on it, because my full-fledged opinion, I think it's more Marvel's mistake than it is Sony's. So for anyone who does not know what's happened recently, pretty much what happened is that Marvel wanted more money for the Spider-Man rights, seeing as Spider-Man Far From Home made about $1 billion. I think it made about $1 billion at the box office. Now, I do want to state something right now, is that Marvel has the rights to the merchandise of Spider-Man for the MCU. And if anyone is smart enough, you know that merchandise sells way more than actual money. So I generally don't know why Marvel would want more money. But you know what? It's understandable. You know, they work hard to make the movies what they are, and they work good. But when you're making it a Spider-Man movie, it's very hard to say and think that Spider-Man won't be a part of the MCU no more. Plus, also, it won't make any sense. And all people are saying, oh, this is why we didn't get Spider-Man 3 for Phase 4. I generally don't think that. I think that they probably wanted to take a break with that, because, you know, he'll probably be in other movies for all we know. You never know. Tom Holland will stay on, though, because he's still stuck in that contract. He is stuck in the contract to be Spider-Man for the next few films. And that will be... he'll be stuck over there. Also, from what Stone said, he stated that they don't want John Watts anymore. I didn't hear anything about that. I hear that they actually do still want John Watts. But me personally, haven't been able to find anything on it. But I don't know, maybe Stone read some article I didn't look at. I will say I do think it's very dumb of Marvel to get upset over money. Because Marvel, you make like billions of fucking dollars. You're owned by Disney, who makes trillions of dollars for nothing. So, for Marvel to want more money is understandable, but it's also, you guys gotta think that Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns Marvel and is making way more money than Sony. Than Sony does on its own, probably. So, I completely don't understand why Marvel would want more money.
It's my job to predict it as a cop and a father. The whole thing's gone down on my watch.
Honestly, I don't think that... By the way, a lot of people are saying that these are leaks. These aren't 100% confirmed. Also, I do think that Sony will eventually come to their senses. I do think they will eventually come to their senses and fucking give it back to Marvel. Jeremy Renner actually spoke very highly of this, stating that he wants, Spider-Man to come back home to Stan Lee and Marvel, which I generally think is a very sweet way of looking at it.
Get them off me.
I have to stay in the Batmobile and protect Gordon.
Honestly, I do think he will come back to the MCU. I just don't think it will be for a good while, and honestly, let's hope that they don't make a Spider-Man movie for a while until they get this whole thing kind of dealt with. But me personally, I do think that Sony is in the wrong just as much as Marvel is, but I think Marvel is just a little bit more in the wrong. Because, like I said, think about it. If they really want that much more money, like, do you really need that any more money, Disney? Come on.
Get them off me.
You make more money than anyone else in the universe. Like Disney, you own Fox now. You know how crazy I think that Marvel owns Fox?
I have to stay in the Batmobile and protect Gordon. I have to stay in the Batmobile and protect Gordon.
Son of a bitch.
This is very upsetting though for a lot of fans, because Spider-Man is the biggest superhero like today, and he is also the biggest
I have to stay in the Batmobile and protect Gordon.
biggest fucking Marvel hero, and him being a part of the MCU. I don't think Tom Holland hasn't really said anything about it. People are expecting him to say something about it, but let's all be honest, he doesn't really have to say anything about it if he doesn't want to. So, you know what? Let's just hope Marvel and Sony can work this out. Let's hope Marvel stops being greedy about their money. And let's try to bring Spider-Man back home for the second time. Because I think it's very upsetting that we're not going to have it no more. Also, how the hell... Let's sit here and think about this. They can't just act like he wasn't a part of the MCU. Like, he's very prominent in Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. Probably not as much as in Endgame, but still. And plus, Spider-Man Homecoming was literally about him possibly becoming the next Iron Man. So, anyway, I don't know how they're going to rewrite him out if they do decide to do this. Also, let's just hope that Sony makes a good Spider-Man movie. Also, Stone, I think you're completely wrong. I think that the main Spider-Man movies are good. Just the second one is just a bit worse than the first. Alright, that's all I really got to say about this. Me and Stone will probably have a conversation about this on the podcast or something like that. Like, subscribe, and all the other bullshit.